Good evening, everyone. Just a minute. Hmm. Right in the room. Just a minute. Good evening. Tell us where you are joining us from. Stay on the series Surviving the Crisis. You are welcome. Happy Sunday to you all. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Share some tips of what you have been through with us, how you overcame so that others can learn from you. We are resilient people. Anyway, I'm Solomon Akpofure, the forged man. We don't run away from trouble. We don't run away from challenges, and we don't run away from pressure. The pressures you are going through, they are not in your life to kill you, but to build you. And remember, challenges are the food of champions. So quickly today, we want to consider why people break. Why people break. We're going to run with the time. I'm not going to take much of your time today. Started just 2 minutes late today. And I want to assure you that you didn't stumble on this broadcast by accident. You did not. This is exactly what you need to hear. And I ask you, have you wondered why some people face challenges and rise? Have you ever thought of it? There were people that went to prison, spent 10 years in prison, came back from that prison, and still met the same people that were in freedom, the same level they left them. Meanwhile, the person that was in prison for 10 years went to school in the prison, learned some trade in the prison. Meanwhile, those who were working freely could not even do anything with that 10 years. Have you wondered? Why some people will face some challenges. Within 2 years, they are out of the challenge and it seems as if nothing will happen to them. Meanwhile, someone that has not even been through that challenge has still been in the same position. That is life for you. So no challenge will leave you the way it met you. All right? When the storm comes, rain falls, the rain and the flood will sweep away every debt. And that is how challenge is. Challenge will never leave you the way it met you. But it depends on how you handle it to show whether it's going to leave you bitter or better. And that is why I agree with a wise man that said that life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you handle it. So my question is, how are you handling those your challenges? So have you wondered why some people face challenges and rise? Why others face the same challenges and break? They will break. There are things that have made some people to commit suicide. Other people will look at them and say, this is nothing. Why others face challenges and they think of how to handle them, there are some people, they will face challenges and they'll be thinking of how to commit suicide. Same life, same pressure, different outcomes. Why? Now, how I wish I have someone that told me this years ago. I wouldn't have compounded my challenges. How I wish there is enough time. In fact, we just have a day we'll be sharing stories. I did not just call myself Invictus. I did not just call myself Immortalist. I did not just call myself the forged man. I've been forged. Sometimes somebody will ask me, say, how old are you? I will say, oh, I'm over 70 years. Because some people in their 70s didn't even have the experience I have now. The bitterness, the fall, the losses, the challenges. And sometimes I still wonder the fortitude I have. And that is why I stumbled on so many materials that has helped me. Some of those materials like Invictus. And I've read about great men who have been through processes that ordinarily no human was supposed to survive. And I'm telling you that you are not just surviving this crisis, you will become better. if only you can handle it very well. Is it marital crisis, financial crisis, crisis in your business, crisis in your academics, in your health? You will overcome. There is nothing you are going through that nobody has ever experienced before. I was just 10 years old when a doctor told me that I won't survive 3 days. I was going to die because of an ailment. Guess what? No money to even go to hospital. I was staying with my grandmother. And just the prayer of a little boy and with a friend of mine changed the whole thing. How God turned the whole situation. No medical operation. As a matter of fact, I've not even spent a day in the hospital. Till this my very age, I've never spent a day in the hospital. I've not been hospitalized once. And this is many years ago. I'm still alive, still counting. And I will still be alive if Jesus tarries in another 100 years. Anyway, life is not in its duration, but its donation. So it's not about the longevity. That's by the way. All right. So some of you are just going through problems. You are magnifying them. How I wish I had someone that told me all these things. I wouldn't have magnified my problems. Count your blessings. Don't be counting your problems. Just small headache, small challenge in your marriage, you are running helter-skelter until you begin to tell even the wrong people. Stop it. Why do some people break? You might even end up complaining to the wrong person and compound your own challenge. And I've seen many people, they end up compounding their own challenges just like it happened to me by telling the wrong people. Some of them will think they want to proffer solution to you, but they are not. Some of them are even happy that it's happening to you. Some are even thinking on how to compound it. Sit yourself down. Build that fortitude of resilience. Handle the challenge. Don't run away from it. All right? What you magnify will always dominate you. And that is why you must not magnify your challenges. Stop magnifying your problems. People don't break because of crisis. They break because they are not built for it. So you must prepare yourself for the days of battle. You don't prepare in battle. You prepare for the day of battle. All right? Crisis does not destroy you. It reveals you. What is inside you is what crisis comes to reveal. If you are weak, crisis will reveal it. There are people who are saying, I have seen 99, when they have not even seen 10. It is when crisis comes, they will not realize that, oh, it was just a dogma, cliche. You have not seen 99. People who have really seen 99, they don't even announce it. All right? I have experienced so many things. Is it losses in academics? Is it losses? Is it has? In fact, many. And that is why I'm bold enough to tell you that you can overcome. I've overcome death. I've been threatened with death so many times. Losses, indebtedness, so many crises. And I'm bold enough to tell you that I'm the right person for you to listen to. I'm the forged man. All right? So if I could overcome series of crises, sometimes if I begin to count, but I don't count them, I count my blessings. The only thing that will make me to count them is to look back and say, if I could overcome this, just like David said, that the same God that made him to kill the bear and the lion, the same God will make him to kill Goliath. So think about the things you have overcome before at that level. So if God had made you to overcome that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, then what is it that you feel that you cannot overcome? Do you even know the battle you fought to be alive? When your dad had an intercourse with your mom, billions of sperm fought, and you were still in the womb for 9 months, and you still came to life, then what battle is more severe than that you can't overcome? So like I said, crisis does not destroy you, it reveals you. It reveals what is inside you. Now, what is inside you is what comes out under pressure. Yeah. What is inside you is what actually comes out under pressure. Now, why people break whenever they are facing challenges? Why do people break? Number one, lack of understanding. Because what you don't understand, you will never survive. So lack of understanding makes people break whenever they are compassed or encompassed with challenges. Number two is weak mindset. And that is why you must work on your mindset. Follow us every time. Work on your mindset. That mindset of defeat. You always see negativity, pessimistic about everything that happens or happening around you. Weak mindset that tells you that, oh, you will die, you will this, you will just have a little dream. You are scared. You are running up and down looking for the next voodoo priest and the next prophet to tell you about the dream you had. No, weak mindset. A weak mind magnifies problems. Your problem is not always the situation. It is your interpretation. You know, Moses took some of his entourage, I think Hur and Joshua and the rest, and Aaron. So God was speaking. And when Moses was hearing the voice of God, the people, they ran away that they were hearing thunder. That is their mindset, weak mindset. Another thing is emotional instability. Emotional instability. If you are getting value, put it on the comment section. I'm getting value. If you can hear me clearly, put it on the comment section. I can hear you clearly. Emotional instability. If you can't control your emotions, crisis will control you. You must learn to master your emotion. Just like we have EQ, intelligent quotient, we also have EQ, emotional quotient. So don't just develop your IQ, also take time to develop your EQ. Another thing that makes people break in times of crisis is no discipline. A disorganized life collapses under pressure. If you don't have discipline, you will collapse. Then number five, dependence on people. This is very paramount. Pay a rapt attention to this. You always depend on people. You don't have the strength, spiritual strength, financial strength. In fact, you don't have the emotional strength. You always depend on people, and that is why you will not see Christian will say, oh, you abandon me. Somebody just reach out to you to say hello. The next thing, you just abandon me. Oh. Why would you say you are abandoned? And the next day you go to church and begin to sing, I am a divine project, not to be abandoned. Then someone just calls you, how are you doing? Good morning. Say, nothing is good about the money. Oh. You are depending, nothing is good about the money. You just abandon me. All those kind of statements. As Christians, if people are your strength, their absence will break you. And that is why I don't buy into the concept. Yes, I love my wife. Thank God for her. Thank God for the gift of a wife. But I can't say she's my better wife. No, she's better half. She's not half. And that is why many people, they have challenges. And once the man leaves, the woman is left with half. And once the woman leaves, what is left is half. So I'm not half. I'm full. And I was full before I got married. And I didn't marry a half woman. She is full psychologically, spiritually, materially, emotionally. And until you understand all these things, you'll be seeing yourself as a half. And so the day that other half leaves, you become a half human being. And that's why we have half human being, half men complaining, crying on the internet because of a wife that left. And that's why we have women that are committing suicide because of a man that left, because half is already gone. What is left is half. So I'm not half. I don't know who brought all those concepts of better half. I'm not a better half. I'm a full human if I got married. And my wife is a full human also. Those are dogmas that is not helping the society. It's the reason why when a man leaves, a woman wants to commit suicide. When a woman leaves, a man wants to commit suicide. Crying, matured people crying on the internet like children. All right? Dependence on people is injurious, very dangerous. If you are still with me, type, I will not break. Can you type, I will not break, if you are still with me? Let me take a little water, please. All right? Thank you. The solution. What is the solution to all this? Because I can't just give you information. We are not here to give information. We are here to teach you how to handle pressure, to turn your pressure to growth, to gain, to make you a resilient person. That's why we are here. We are not here to feed you with information. No. All right? So what is the solution? Number one, understanding. Crisis is not your enemy. It is your teacher. What has the crisis come to teach you? I think I will, let me see if I have that book here. These are some of the books that I've read. Sorry, just a minute. Just a minute. I'll be right back. You see this book, Streams in the Desert. I recommend it for everyone that comes across this video. Streams in the Desert by L.B. Kalman. It's a book that will teach you a lot about resilience, about challenges. You get to understand that challenges are not your enemies. There's something, a statement. I bought this book over 15 years ago. There was a statement a man made here, the author made here. A poem. The poet said that he did not see it rainy rain. The storm was so heavy, but it was not rainy rain, but it was raining daffodils. So those storms you are going through, those challenges, they are actually building you. They are building you. Read the poem When Nature Wants to Build a Man. It will help you. All right? So have that understanding that storms, challenges, crisis is not your enemy. Then number two, control your thinking. Stop enlarging your problems. You don't rise above crisis, you rise above your thinking. So it is your thinking that you are having that challenge. That challenge is not as big as you think. That thought and that microscope you wear to magnify your problems, throw it away. You will see that that problem is not as severe as you thought. All right? Number three, discipline. Structure your life. Structure your life in such a way that you have it that what if challenges comes? How do I handle it? I've heard of people who kill themselves because of 20,000, because of 500,000, because of 200,000. They've killed themselves because they could not handle the challenge. Then build inner strength, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. All right? Build inner strength. What happened the pastor you are relying on that will pray for you? The person is not there. You give up. And that is the problem. We now complain, oh, just like Mary and Martha. If you had been here, our brother wouldn't have died. And that is why people blame uncles, blame society, blame the president. But don't think of what your country can do for you, but think of what you can do for your country. Build yourself. Build yourself. If you build yourself, in fact, you'll be thinking of what you can do for your country. You'll be thinking of what you can do for that your uncle. You'll be thinking of what you can do for your society. Was he not a young boy, David, 16 years, that helped the entire Israel to fight Goliath? So how old are you? All right? Are you not seeing little boys making money on the internet? 5 years, they are doing videos, doing all comedies and all of that. And they are now the ones feeding their families. Yeah? The one that caters for their family. And you are there, full grown man, still blaming uncles in your 30s, in your 40s. You must build value, build yourself. Your value determines your survivor. Your values determines your survivor. Some people are close to me, sometimes they still see me smile. They will be wondering, say, is it not the same person that this thing is happening to? He's still smiling. Yeah. Jesus had already said it. And that is why I love the teachings of Jesus. Jesus will not tell you that by serving him or by following him, you will not have challenges. No, he will tell you that in this world, you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. As this crisis is going, another one will come. I read a book some years ago, the worst is yet to come. Now we say the best is yet to come, but the man wrote the worst is yet to come. You know, when ladies get married today, pastors try to paint the whole thing by saying for better, for best. And with all these dogmas we have brought into the church, whenever the person is facing challenges, say no, it's for better, for best, we said, not for better, for worse. Whether you like it or not, the worst will come. The worst will come. That is it. So long you are human, you will face challenges. I heard a story shared by Archbishop Benson Idahosa, may his soul rest in peace, that somebody reached out to him in the US that he needed a place where there is peace, no noise, no disturbance, that he wants to stay, doesn't need any disturbance from neighbors. Then he now went, and after some days, he reached out to the person and said, I've seen a very good place, very quiet place, no disturbance at all. Those people that stays in that environment, they are very peaceful people. They don't disturb. And the person was so excited. He said, that must be a very nice place. And he said, do you care to know the place? And Benson in the house, I said, yes. He said, it's the cemetery. Cemetery. Very quiet. They don't disturb. So in this life, the only thing that will make you to have eternal rest, eternal peace, is where you are gone. You sleep, you rest in peace. And that is why whenever anyone wants to be buried, say, rest in peace. Here is a place, is a battleground. As one challenge is going, another one is coming. All right? Now, I want you to understand that your problem is not as big as you think. Your thinking is what is making it big. Fire does not destroy gold, it revisits. Fire. I've shown us in some of the recent videos, I showed us an illustration, which I'm still going to do now. This is not gold, but I think this is a beautiful ornament, right? But it's not gold. So if this, I don't even know if this is silver, if it is as beautiful as this, but do you know the process it went through for it to be refined and be as beautiful as this? How much more gold? And that is how God refines every human. Before God put his investment on you, he will refine you. So he's forging you. But many of us, we don't know this because nobody told us this. Because you go to church and they give you all kinds of messages you want to hear, as if in this world there is no challenge. Give your life to Christ today and everything becomes better tomorrow, and all of that. No. Jesus himself said, in this world you will have tribulation. Job said, any man that is born of a woman is of few days and full of trouble. All right? The people you celebrate today, all the leaders you celebrate today, both those who are gone already, go and read their history, read their biography. You will know that they went through a lot. And today you are celebrating them. So handle those your challenges so that people will also celebrate you when you are long gone. All right? So take note of this. You can put it on the comment section. You can hear me, put it on the comment section. I can hear you. If you are getting value, put it on the comment section. I'm getting value. You know, I said fire does not destroy gold. It revisits. If this message is for you, type I will not break. Share this broadcast. Invite someone. Join me again on Facebook Live, Solomon Itaida Akpofure, the Forged Man. And I assure you, you will not break, you will be built. No challenge, like I said, will leave you the way it met you. And I made a reference, an illustration with the storm, the rain. When the rain comes and the flood comes, all the debt will be swept away. And that is what challenge does in a man's life also. Whatever that is inside of you, all those flaws, all those errors, all those indiscipline will be swept away. The challenge will not leave you the way it met you. And I said that it will either leave you bitter or better. And remember, I said also that life or challenges, crisis, life is all about 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you handle it. How are you handling yours? I shared a story some time ago. I own a property somewhere, and somebody reached out to me that close to the property, one young man went to commit suicide. And story had it that the young man committed suicide just because of 10,000 naira. Is it 5,000 or 10,000 naira that he owed somebody and the person was disturbing him? So if a man could commit suicide because of 5,000 naira, you cannot see that it's about his mindset. It's not about the volume of the money. Eh? uh, in his book, Otedola says something that at a time in his life, in fact, when I read that book, I said, so why should I be worried? I'm not saying I will be relaxed. No, I will think of how to make the payment, but suicide is far from it. Some of the richest men we have in the world, if they tell you what they are going through, you won't believe it. And Otedola shared it in his book. It was my wife that shared a precept of it on Facebook. And when I read it, in fact, that encouraged me a lot. That the man was owing billions of naira. He was losing properties in billions. He owed Access Bank over 12 billions. And some other banks, over 5 banks. Before you will not talk of individuals. Did he commit suicide? No. He overcame it. The reason why sometimes we magnify our problem is because we are not enlightened. We think we are the only one carrying the whole problem of the world. And sometimes we will say, let the world just even finish so that everybody will go. No, it can't finish now. Face the challenges and you will overcome it. See you at the top and see you tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow is going to be 6 a.m., but every Sunday is 5 p.m. So tomorrow, join me by 6 a.m. See you there. See you at the top.